What's up, everybody? It's me, Greg Miller. You might remember me from the Tester Season 3. No big deal. I'm alongside the Pride of Long Island, Colin Moriarty.
Hello.
Colin, remember Odin's Sphere?
I do.
The Vanillaware game on PS2. I was sad that that studio closed and never made another game.
No, Greg, that's not true.
What?
They made another game called Muramasa on Wii, but that's not even what this video is about, Greg. It's about the game after Muramasa. It's called Dragon's Crown.
Dragon's Crown, huh? You just put up a big old fat preview on IGN featuring some characters with big old fat other things. I'm excited about this one, Colin.
Yeah,
PS3, Vita, cross-play. We got, or you know, cross-save, I guess.
It's cross-save, no cross-buy, no cross-play.
Okay, no multiplayer. It's just a single-player action RPG?
No, it's multiplayer.
Okay,
so
tell
you
me
can,
all about it.
So, all right, so Greg, the Dragon's Crown is really exciting because it's going to be fun by yourself, and I'm sure it's going to be fun with other people. You can play the game on PS3 locally with up to other, 3 other people, so you can have 4 at a time, or drop out online. And then on Vita, you can have ad hoc or online, but they don't talk to each other. So the PS3 version and the Vita version, it's not like PlayStation All Stars.
Right, I'm not going to take my save on the road.
Right. Well,
is this a huge stumbling block?
Well, it is in the sense that the games don't talk to each other when you're playing online, but you can send your save from one to the other, and vice versa. So that's actually really one of the most exciting things about the game. But it's this fun little action RPG. It's side-scrolling. It's kind of like Golden Axe. You know Golden Axe because you come from the Sega background, as it were.
The big guys would come out and you have to walk them off the cliff. That was the cheap way to beat them.
Right.
You just backed up, they'd fall in the hole.
Exactly, and so
Axe.
This game finds its roots in old-school brawlers, but it has a lot of RPG elements.
See, now is there too much RPG in it, or is there not enough, or are they hitting a sweet spot? Because for me, looking at it, it looks like this awesome, like you're saying, side-scrolling beat 'em up. It's just we're jumping in, you're beating everything down and going. Where does the RPG element come in?
So you start out the game, you pick one of these 6 character classes. So immediately it almost has this RPG feel because you're selecting perhaps a sorceress who uses magic. She's very weak physically. You can have the elf, which is kind of a melee attacker, but also uses the bow. I like the elf as well. You can use the fighter, who's just brute force. And what's really cool about that too is that it's a de facto difficulty system. So the game will tell you like the sorceress is for advanced players, the knight is for, or the warrior, or whatever, the fighter as they call it in the American version, is for novice players, whatever. So that's kind of cool. You go out into the side-scrolling town, you can take on quests and sell and buy goods and gear and talk to people. Then you go out to this beautiful world map. And again, I just want to stress, this game is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous on both Vita and PS3.
Vanillaware is known for, right?
Yeah,
I mean, that was the big thing about Odin's Sphere being a PS2 game. It looked like a painting come to life. Everybody loved it for that reason.
And this game, I mean, I played it on Vita, I played it on PS3. It's pretty much indistinguishable on both platforms, but the RPG elements really come in when you're actually fighting because you have hit points, your enemies have hit points, you can equip all sorts of gear and equipment and whatnot, but you're picking up loot constantly. And this is one of the really cool things about the game is that the loot, you can get currency, but you're also collecting loot that is then hidden and given a class. So like it's an A-class piece of loot. You then have to pay gold and decide if you want to get it checked out and figure out what it is, or whatever, appraised as it were. And then you figure out exactly what the piece of equipment is. So there's like a risk-reward system there too. You get experience points, you level up and all that kind of stuff. The game is really, really cool, and I know some people were disappointed when we did our Soul Sacrifice video about how this game wasn't, maybe Vita's killer app. This wasn't the game that, will define your Vita purchase. I feel like Dragon's Crown, even though it's also on PS3, could be the game that might end up defining.
Well, see, for me, everything, that's the whole thing about looking at it. Soul Sacrifice, I had played at E3, I obviously played it at preview events, and I wasn't ever really sold on it. Cool idea, cool everything they were doing, I liked it. But what I like a lot about Dragon's Crown is the fact that it's this RPG that's approachable in terms of content or combat, but then in terms of content, there's so much to do that I'll be bouncing it back and forth. Final question for you before I let you go, Colin Moriarty. Your preview talks about how it opens up and the character select stage are all around this round table. Is this a game that's meant to be played and have different characters and have replayability to it? Is it long? Is it short? What are we getting into?
So they wouldn't get into the length. They would only let me play a few stages early in the game.
Yeah.
But you can have multiple save files. So you can have like a character and play as the sorceress, and then play as the wizard or whatever if you want to. And if you're sending saves back and forth between the cloud, you might want to even play just one character on the Vita and one character on the PS3.
Gotcha.
But I'm telling you, man, like we're really the only ones that have played this game so far. So I know that we're gonna have to wait for people to kind of get their own impressions, maybe to E3 and stuff like that. But I'm telling you, people are going to be impressed with this game, and I hope that the final product is as good as what they basically showed me, because the game is slick, man. It really is.
Well, I can't wait for it, Colin. When's it come out?
It comes out August 6th, I believe.
Let's crap out of here.
August 6th in North America, Q3 in Europe, and in Japan it comes out, I believe, in July.
All right. Well, for everything about Dragon's Crown, keep it here on IGN. We got to go beat Audrey Draker's ass.